Well, the Albanese government is hoping today's rate cut will persuade angry voters that the worst is over for rising inflation. Here's National Affairs correspondent Jane Norman.
Keeping his excitement in check,
everyone good?
The Treasurer was quick to endorse today's decision.
This is the rate relief that Australians need and deserve.
There have been 27 Reserve Bank meetings since the election. This is the first to deliver a rate cut. And Labor MPs were keen to share the news, posting on social media and urging the banks to act quickly.
I spoke to the CEOs of all four major banks. I consider that a very good thing, that each of the four major banks has already indicated that the benefits of this rate cut will be passed on in full.
Jim Chalmers indicated there could be more government help on the way, leaving the door open to further household relief.
The primary focus of this Albanese Labor government will continue to be the cost of living.
The opposition's focus, reminding voters of the economic pain they've endured.
Welcome relief today for long-suffering Australian borrowers. It has been a long time coming. It has been a long time coming.
The highest proportion of households with a mortgage are in Perth and Melbourne's outer suburbs, and most are in seats held by Labor. Gorton, Calwell, McEwen and Holt, as well as the Liberal-held seats of Latrobe and Casey. In the West, Pearce, Hasluck, Burt and Brand round out the top 10 most mortgaged electorates. All four are in Labor's hands. Labor MPs in seats like these are expecting to take a hit at the election. But today they're collectively breathing a sigh of relief, hoping the interest rate cut provides tangible proof to voters that the economy is turning a corner.
An election is more or less imminent. And it's not a surprising timetable because we are more or less full term now.
And politicians are more or less in campaign mode too. Jane Norman, ABC News, Canberra.
Amid speculation the election will be called sooner rather than later, today's rate cut could prove to be a decisive moment for both sides. Here's Chief Digital Political Correspondent Jacob Grieber.
The first rate cut in 4 long years is happy news for households and the federal government, which has been carrying a mountain of political baggage. It's spending blamed for making inflation worse and a cost of living crisis that has crunched living standards. Like the notorious 2007 Reserve Bank rate hike that dashed John Howard's campaign against Kevin Rudd, today's move may turn out to be just as politically decisive, perhaps again in Labor's favour. For one thing, it gives the government something new to talk about, the idea that the worst of the inflation crisis is behind us. But as the Treasurer says, it's too early to declare mission accomplished. The Reserve Bank pouring cold water on talk of immediate follow-up rate cuts. There's a risk this is one and done. The temptation for the Prime Minister will be to visit the Governor-General sooner than later. If there's not going to be another cut in early April or May, he might just want to go to an election before that becomes too obvious.